In the Middle East region, intense clashes have taken place today. Gaza has experienced significant suffering at the hands of Israeli forces, who carry out continuous strategic operations. Importantly, Israel shows no willingness to stop its attacks, rejecting any call for a ceasefire. In this context, Netanyahu has declared his decision to persist with his offensives at full speed. The day went according to Netanyahu's predictions, confirming his predictions. Today, the Israel Defense Forces carried out a forceful attack in Gaza. Let's look at the events. The IDF found a strategic tunnel in Khan Yunis that had been used by Hamas during the war. The discovery of this tunnel has stopped the aggression by Hamas. Responsibility for removing tunnels in Gaza falls primarily on the Yahalom unit. Since the conflict in Gaza in 2014 to date, Yahalom has destroyed strategic tunnels that were central to Hamas's tunnel network. Each of these tunnels, including the one announced today, has required an investment of millions in shekels. In relation to this specific tunnel, the IDF and Yahalom discovered that part of the network of tunnels they were investigating led to a more extensive network. To explore this new network in detail, the army was forced to open powerful armored doors designed to hinder or slow down underground advance. Additionally, the IDF used special intelligence methods to identify Hamas members on the other side of the blast doors. These methods allowed the army to effectively neutralize Hamas members in combat. After the IDF dislodged Hamas forces guarding the strategic tunnel location, they found extensive facilities, including dormitories, electrical and water infrastructure, bathrooms, and kitchens stocked with various food and supplies. It was revealed that this tunnel was used by Hamas leaders to conduct the war and extend their control over all areas of Khan Yunis, encompassing both the western and southern regions. How long will it take the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, to completely eradicate Hamas tunnel network? Senior IDF commanders are reported to indicate that it will take several years to eliminate the threat posed by the Hamas tunnels. However, military sources reveal that the fundamental strategic elements of the Hamas tunnel network have already been annihilated, with the exception of Rafah, where the IDF has not yet established a presence. Yahalom also used the Atlantis flood project to attack Hamas's tunnel network. Assessments of Atlantis' overall effectiveness in addressing the broader tunnel problem have been mixed. However, several defense sources say that, although it is not a magic solution that completely eliminates the tunnels, the two places where Atlantis was implemented have achieved significant success. In the extensive investigations carried out by the IDF, it was evident that the crucial tunnel for conducting the war was the main communications tunnel, known as Leon and Val in Rimel, north of Gaza. Next in importance was the Reserve Communications Center located in the strategic Khan Yunis tunnel. Additionally, the IDF considered a network connecting the Shifa hospital tunnels to those of the military headquarters and other areas in northern Gaza of vital importance to Hamas operations. During the Yahalom operations, a considerable number of grenades, improvised explosive devices, rocket-propelled grenades and various weapons were discovered in tunnel searches. A 100-kilometer stretch of tunnel was mapped and more than 317 key tunnel shafts were completely destroyed. Additionally, both Yahalom and the IDF neutralized numerous additional tunnel shafts. Yahalom's first female combat engineers will join the forces in April this year, after more than a year of training. It is anticipated that around 10 of them will complete the entire training process. Meanwhile, the IDF yesterday reported the loss of 2 soldiers from the Javadi Brigade Special Unit in clashes in the southern Gaza Strip. The Israeli soldiers were buried in the military cemeteries in Netanya and in the Mount Jerusalem Military Cemetery in Jerusalem. Simultaneously, today the IDF shared another tragic news about 19-year-old Daniel, who was kidnapped by Hamas in the Gaza Strip on October 7. Tragically, he died while in captivity, and his fate was unknown until the IDF chief rabbi confirmed his death during a hostage protest held on January 27 in Kfar Saa. Marav, Daniel's mother, shared her concerns, saying, "The uncertainty is overwhelming. I don't know how my son is feeling, if he is eating, drinking, how he is being treated, if he has enough warm clothes. There are so many unanswered questions. All the information that seems trivial but that a mother should know, I simply don't have." We believe that what helped him get through this terrible time was his love of music, especially rock, and his ability to respect and honor everyone. As the mother of a soldier, what resonates with me daily is the soldier's oath, where they promise with all their hearts to dedicate everything they own to the State of Israel and protect its freedom. Kfar Saa Municipal Council said Daniel's family and friends remembered him as a caring man and a loyal friend, someone who believed in the power of music to change the world. Amid this growing turmoil, Hezbollah continues its attacks against Israel. He has launched numerous rockets and anti-tank missiles, as well as sending drones along the northern border. The Home Front Command reported that at least 50 anti-aircraft sirens were activated during the day. Kiryat Monona Mayor Avichai Stern urged all residents to leave the area immediately. Stern warned people to avoid taking unnecessary risks, adding, "For those still in town, it's time to make a phone call and get out." Today has been another intense day, with 3 rockets aimed at our city. Fortunately, all the rockets hit open areas, causing no casualties in our town. According to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights and other foreign media, some of these attacks followed an alleged IDF airstrike near the Syrian-Lebanese border early yesterday. 2 Hezbollah fighters were reportedly killed in this attack. The incident took place between Homs province and Rif Dimashq. The IDF chose not to respond to the reports. Although the IDF has admitted to carrying out numerous attacks in Syria over the years, it rarely confirms specific attacks to maintain the possibility of deniability and avoid retaliation. The vast majority of strikes carried out by the IDF target weapons that Iranian intermediaries attempt to smuggle to Hezbollah, as well as Iranian-linked attackers in Syria. Recently, the IDF reported that Israeli Air Force fighter jets attacked and destroyed a cell of Hezbollah members in the Blida area of southern Lebanon. In this attack, which occurred shortly after the cell left the military facilities, the IDF also attacked 2 other military compounds in the region. Israeli air defenses subsequently shot down a suspicious aerial object that entered the airspace over the Upper Galilee. This afternoon, the IDF carried out strikes against the point of origin of Hezbollah's rocket fire in the areas of Margalat, Monte Duv, Kirch Monona, Menara and Malka. Additionally, the government announced its intention to extend the evacuation of residents along the northern border until July 7th. The goal is to provide stability for residents so that they remain in their current temporary school placements and are not forced to return before the start of the new school year. Although the possibility of returning before that date is not ruled out, this measure will allow residents to have some certainty about the educational situation of their children, avoiding the need to verify monthly whether the situation will persist. In the event of an escalation in the conflict with Hezbollah, the government could consider further expanding evacuation measures.